The Operation Blackboard scheme was started in 1988-89, and in the first round 3,294 posts of primary teachers were created and 8,100 schools were provided with the material. The purpose of the scheme is to provide the requisite institutional equipment and educational material for the students studying in primary organizations to improve their education. External evaluation of the scheme has indicated that lack of training of teachers in using the teaching material, specification of a large number of uniform facilities to be provided without modification according to local needs, and lack of provision for breakage of equipment have been some of the draws of implementation of the scheme. In order to operationalize the revised policy formulations, the modified Operation Blackboard will contain the following three sub-themes. Continuation of ongoing Operation Blackboard to cover all the remaining primary schools, especially those in SC/ST areas. Expanding the scope of Operation Blackboard to provide 3 teachers and 3 rooms to primary schools wherever enrollment warrants them, and expanding Operation Blackboard to upper primary schools to provide at least 1 room for each class or section, a headmaster cum office room, separate toilet facilities for girls and boys, essential teaching learning equipment including a library, at least 1 teacher for each class or section, a contingency grant for replenishment of items, consumable and minor repairs. Here we will discuss about some measures to improve the quality of implementation of Operation Blackboard. The teachers will be trained in using the Operation Blackboard teaching materials under a specially designed teachers training program. State government will make provision for breakage and replacement of equipment. Enough flexibility will be provided for purchase of teaching learning materials relevant to the curriculum and the local needs. At least 50% of the teachers appointed will be women. This will have a positive impact on girls' enrollment and retention. Wherever micro-planning projects are taken up, Operation Blackboard will form an integral part of micro-planning. As far as possible, low-cost and locally available designs relevant to the local conditions will be adopted for school buildings. Nirmiti Kendros, that is building centers, and local technical institutes will be associated in this endeavor. As in the past, central government will provide funds for equipment and teacher salary. For the planned period, the state governments will mobilize resources under JRE and other scheme for construction of school building, including headmaster cum office room and toilet facility. The state governments will also provide contingency and replacement funds for equipment. Ongoing Operation Blackboard will cover all schools by 1993-94. Other 2 sub-themes will be started in the second half of the 8th plan. About 30% of the eligible schools will be provided 3 rooms and 3 teachers under the expanded Operation Blackboard by the end of 8th plan, and remaining schools will be covered by the year 2000. Under the expanded Operation Blackboard, a limited number of upper primary schools will be covered during the 8th plan. Depending on the availability of the funds, all upper primary schools will be covered by the year 2000. Though Operation Blackboard had many advantages, many problems led to failure of successful implementation of the scheme. Some of the reasons are: the educational material to be supplied to the schools was supplied much later after the schools were started. Reasons for not providing with the materials were stated to be increase in the cost of material, insufficient grant, non-availability of material and non-availability of transport facility. The chart is an extension of a textbook page, and the adoption of this particular aid therefore follows naturally in a textbook culture. The municipal corporation failed to deliver any chart, and those provided were of low quality. No proper training was to given on to how and why some tools should be used. Some of the tool boxes, such as science box, mathematics box, music instruments, were considered useless since they did not have any knowledge of using. The training period was too small for the teachers, especially of the tribal areas, to grasp each and everything that will have to consider during their changed role. The lack of revision afterwards also makes the teacher forget certain things. Few days training was insufficient to learn the mechanics of using the item and how to relate materials to the child and teaching. The training did not appear to tackle the problems they faced in their daily work. No additional grants were available for repairing the material supplied. Many posts of teachers were vacant. The extent of teachers to whom the training pertaining to the subject, that is teaching, culture and physical education, imparted was low. Works of the non-educational nature were sometimes assigned to the teacher who were then available at the school. The construction of some classroom was observed to be incomplete. Basic amenities were not available in about half of the schools. No fixed norms for inspection about the implementation and other aspects were observed to be there either from education department or from district education officer. Now try this.